Nothing lost, nothing gained. I'll take it. Good morning, Mr. Maverick. Good morning, my sweet granddaughters that I got to have over today. I'm so lucky. It's Miss Holly and the last bit of snow. Eggs for breakfast. I know y'all are shocked. I got this adorable little Padlet list maker with a Toro order. I think it's precious and funny, and I hope it's 99.9% inaccurate. It's the list I've started for today. I really need to break out that Canva sheet and print some of those out and start checking them off. I think it would be a lot easier than having to make a list from scratch every morning, but here we go. As you can see, I tried to actually plan my meals today. I'm gonna have breakfast for a change. You probably saw a picture of that inserted here. It was just basic eggs and cheese. It's kind of what I was craving. For lunch, I'm just gonna do a keto coffee because I really need my collagen. And for dinner, we decided we're gonna have little mini meatloaf, some cauli mash, and green beans. And then for dessert, you guessed it, Jell-O with whipped cream. So predictable. All right, I'm making my keto coffee for this afternoon using my little Bella, what is this thing called? Yeah, I don't know. Using my little immersion blender that I have to create my keto coffee for this afternoon because I broke the smoothie maker. Let's see how it works. Awesome. So what if I add in ice? I'm adding in the ice to see what it'll do with that. Scary. It's making a frappuccino. Oh, that is good. This is the coffee that I use. It's the Rise Nitro cold brew coffee. It's supposed to be really good for you. It's organic and it has 2 total carbs. So the collagen is 1 carb. The coffee is 2, and then I used 1 serving of the Ready Whip, which is 1 carb, so it's 4 carbs total. It's my afternoon treat and lunch. So one of the things I'm absolutely loving every day doing these videos is waking up and getting dressed and actually not wearing the same hoodie 5 days in a row, which I got in the habit of during COVID and working at home and not being able to go out or go anywhere. And this makes me feel so much better. I'm actually more productive. I feel more confident in myself. And I think it's maybe one of those change makers that I might adopt moving forward after we do this series of 30 days. Have you found that anything that we're doing has made a big difference and change for you moving forward, and feel like you're actually making a difference to make a change in your life? I would love to know. My sweet grand giggles were here this morning, 5 of them, and it was so much fun. I love having them in the house. It brings so much life and love and fun, and sometimes frustration between them, but they get it worked out, and in the end we all just love each other and want to be together, and I'm so very grateful for that. So thanks to my oldest baby for bringing hers here this morning and letting me have time with them. During COVID, I had a lot of time with them, and it's one of the things I actually miss about COVID is just the life and the fun and the noise that they bring to the home that I had when my babies were little. And you know, they're all grown now, and just having that chaos in life, it just feels normal and comfortable and happy. So were you that parent whenever they were little, was like, I just can't wait till they get out of the house, or oh no, my babies are growing up? Like it seems like it's so polarizing. It's always one side or the other, and I'd be interested to know, like, Were you on one side or the other, or did you go back and forth between the two? I'm really gonna have to set an alarm on my phone because I forget every day. It seems like until after I've had one of my meals to be able to check the blood sugar and ketones. So we're going to check out. We're gonna check this after I've had eggs, a bottle and a half of water, and a sip of coffee. Literally just started on it. So before we get too far in, and the coffee gives me more credit than I deserve. But let's see where I am. That's good. Yay, it's under 100. Fantastic. 86. I will take that. That's blood glucose. And I'll pause for a second and get this ready, and then we'll see how the ketones are. I am a bit scared of this one. I did not eat well over the weekend. I had one cheat meal, and then I just ate random things I really shouldn't have been. I'm not gonna say I shouldn't have been eating, but too much of it and often. I didn't fast any at all. I ate several meals throughout the day. And so I'm not thinking this is gonna be very good. Oh, damn it.
Bleep, 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 bleep.
I'm like, oh my God, it's 0.5 and it's in reverse. It's 0.2. How do I flip that out? I don't know. Oh, that's kind of heartbreaking. 0.2. Okay, so got some work to do. We'll see where we are in a bit. Oh, that was terribly sad and frustrating and funny kind of at the same time. Like, oh my gosh, I'm engaged. This is knowing I haven't done well. And then like, oh, it's so disappointing. Like, girl, you know what you did? You messed up. Try again, sister. Try again. So Miss Victoria and Miss Maddie have taken the kids down to her house for a little bit and took Alaric as a bonus, which is very helpful right now until he can go back to school. They keep having closures over and over again due to COVID. And it's very difficult to get work done when he's here. He's a needy little guy. We love him, but he's pretty high maintenance for a boy. So right now I'm going to work on a flyer on Canva, and I'll show you that when I'm done. It's for training for work, and whenever I get finished with that, we'll see what we're doing next.
Here it is. I even got one done for in-person and virtual trainings. Not in ketosis, but take that, 0.2.
Okay, this is my 5:30 in the afternoon. Numbers better than 0.1. Glucose. Less than 100. I'll take it. So we're starting with some Quest tortilla style protein chips in loaded taco flavor. We're doing the chicken that we made in the crock pot a few nights ago with taco flavorings. Having some Gordo's cheese dip, some spicy guacamole, some cantina style salsa, sour cream, real mozzarella, because I cannot find the cheddar. Do you have any idea what the cheddar is?
Yeah, it's in the fridge. Hold on.
Oh my God. And this is the outcome of the beautifulness. Loaded nachos.
Cheddar? Is that cheddar?
Rudeness.
I love
Can you put some on my nachos? I love you too.
I will help you out.
Thank you. You know you're gonna have to eat half of this, right?
Sure. Has not escaped me.
All right. Love you. Thank you.
Love you.
Isn't he sweet? I made a mountain of nachos. They're gonna be so good. Okay, so I had a little speed bump. I had a child get her W-2s back today, so I went ahead and got her taxes filed for her. I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4 items out of 12 checked off of my list so far. No, well, yeah. So 12 items checked off of the list so far. That was such a lie. So I had a little speed bump, and I had a child who got her W-2s in today. So I went ahead and filed her taxes for her. And so I have 4 items done out of my 12 item to-do list. I'm going to eat some nachos at the desk here and continue working and knock this out. So that I can kind of multitask, I'm gonna figure out what's on this list right now that I can do while I'm sitting here at the desk eating. And I think I can do daily finances, knock out another water, and probably read my 10 pages. So that's what I'm gonna work on now. What are you working on? Oh my goodness, this is so good. My daughter tried these, baby girl tried these Quest chips the other day. She did not like them at all. And it's kind of funny, when I first started keto, I tried them and I thought that is the worst texture, consistency, whatever in the world, and I would not try them again. And a YouTuber that I followed the other day was having a walk-in taco with the Quest chips. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe they're different now. And I tried them and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are so good. So your taste buds absolutely change once you cut out the sugar and have sugar substitutes for so long, and things that didn't taste good in the start do later on. So I suggest, if you've had something early on in your journey that you didn't like, maybe in a few months give it a try again, and you'd be really surprised. Hello, Shane Pate.
Hello.
So Shane Pate thinks he's having a normal burrito, and the surprise that he doesn't know is every tortilla that we have in the house right now are all low carb.
Not a surprise.
How did it taste?
It tastes fine. I've been eating them before whenever you get them. Because you got those tomato basil ones in the refrigerator as well. So yeah.
So 1 or 2 thumbs up.
Anything with salsa and sour cream and cheese is always going to be 2 thumbs up. That's just how it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm no Bill Gates, but I've read a lot of books in the last several years. And this book reminds me of a lot of books that I've read in the last several years. When I'm taking this long to get through a book because I really just have no desire to read it, when I've doubled down on a 21-hour book and finished it in a few days, I know there's a problem. And the problem is, most of the self-help type books came from books like this 20 years ago, and they're all regurgitating the same type of information. Oh, I know I'm gonna get some hate on this one, but it's true. And if you've read a ton of them, you know it's true. I got more value from an email that I received from Robin Sharma today than I've gotten from any of this book thus far. And so I wanted to share that with you. He says, a giant key to getting up early is sleeping deeply. There are a number of things that I may do in the evenings to set me up for renewal that provides proper rest. These include a family dinner with 0 devices, reading something uplifting, an Epsom salt bath, prayer and meditation, and writing in my journal. And here are the 4 top questions that he replies to in his journal as a review of each day. Number 1, hi, lover. How you doing, buddy? Yeah. Yes. The 4 questions that he replies to in the journal as a review of each day are as follows. Where did I grow today? Who did I help today? What did I do well today? How can I make tomorrow better? I had a planner, a Panda planner, the quarterly one with the magazine in the front, a couple years ago, that I completed every portion of it every day for 3 months. And then they stopped selling the planner. It was like a Sam's Club special thing. And ever since, I've never completed a paper planner because it was absolutely perfect. And those questions were all included in each day of the planner because it shows you like a huge impact that you made that day, something that you did to move forward. You love big, you do big, you work big, and how do you make tomorrow better? Which is basically, what didn't I do today I wanted to do that tomorrow I can make better? The reason I chose to accept emails from Robin Sharma when my email inbox is already so very full was because of this book, The 5 a.m. Club, which, unlike this book, I read in probably 3 days. And not only, basically, I found this book on Audible. I read it like in 2 days of walking, and then I had to purchase the print book because if I love something a lot on Audible, I'm gonna get the print book and read it that way as well, so I can mark it up. And Laura's back. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, I've got so many books that I haven't read that I really need to read, and what I really want to do is read this one again because it really inspired me to do something that's almost as important as the 10 Daily Change Makers, and that was not to get up at 5 a.m., but I got up drastically earlier when I was reading this book, and a lot of mornings now it can be up to 10 o'clock before I get up, which is really not good. I've already wasted like 3 or 4 very productive hours. I could have already worked out and read and meditated and visualized and worked 3 hours, and I'm just laying there sleeping because I'm not going to sleep at night. I'm not doing these things that he said, his email, you know, like reading in the evening rather than watching TV, and taking the bath before bedtime rather than shower, praying and meditating at night, which could be even more important or more beneficial than doing so in the morning, and then writing in a journal. One of the things I was doing last year as part of my 10 Daily Change Makers was writing 1 full page every day, and wow, is that therapeutic. And if you go back and read it, a lot of times you're like, oh my goodness, you sound crazy. And then you think, well, wow, look at how much that did for me. Writing that out, acknowledging what I was feeling, and then doing something about it. So I will likely go ahead and start back on this one and then see if I can get the motivation to finish that one. And maybe I can share some really good nuggets of wisdom from this one. What are your favorite motivational nonfiction type books that you feel like made a big difference in your life? I have 2 that I can specifically always think of right off the top of my head, and that is this one, The 5 a.m. Club, and then also The Success Principles. I think it's Jack Canfield. He wrote the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. So I will probably revisit that one because it's been about 3 years since I've read it, and then this one because it's been about 1.5 years. And times have definitely changed since I read it. So I need to see if I can get motivated and moving back to get up earlier, because that will make the difference much earlier in the day. And I think I'll see a lot greater results in doing that. What do you think?